Good morning, everybody. It is May the 8th. This morning, you're going to need a pair of weights, a band for your arms, a closed writing utensil. So if you've got a pencil, we don't want to use that. And if you have a pen, it needs to be a clickable pen so that you can retract the end, but you don't want it to be open because we're going to be doing balancing things around your face area. And so you need something that has a cap on it while we're doing that. All right. You will also need a chair at the very end. And then right off the bat, after our warm up, you're going to need wall space to be doing push-ups. We're going to be doing a combo off the wall. So you have your wall space, your counter space, your table space, your chair. You can even use a chair as long as you push it up against the wall and it is bulwarked so it does not move. All right. So let's get started with our warm up. Oh, let's see what we got rolling today. All right, let's just start with rolling our shoulders. I generally start with the shoulders mainly because that's what's going to bother most of us. When you're drawing your arms forward, make sure you're flexing your shoulder blades so that you feel that lift on them. Okay? Get those elbows up and just kind of pull the wing of that blade open and then push it back, push it forward, push it back, pull it forward, push, pull, push, pull, and then we're going to stretch it back and we're going to cross it forward, stretch it back. This time make sure the other hand's on top. Let's do it 2 more times, one of each, and then the last one, cross it forward, out to here, bring it down. And I want you to push your shoulders down. So once they get here, then you kind of have to use your body to push them down. And go ahead and flex your palms while you're doing it. So you're pushing everything down and you feel the flexion in your forearms and in your wrists. And then let everything relax. Rotate your hands and rotate that wrist enough that, again, you're feeling it in your forearms. And then, of course, the other way. And then give it a good shake out. All right, let's go ahead and rotate one foot. And then the other way. And now let's do the other one. And of course, we got to go the other way. And let's do our knee lifts. Nice and gentle here. Add a little upper body turn with it. So you're waking your spine up. Ooh, that feels good. So you're just picking up the knee and then turning your upper body across with it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go to wide stance and we're going to pick up a leg gently. All right. Once you get used to making your sideways movement, let's just kind of do a little bit of arms. Taking your arms to the side you're standing on can cause you to topple over, so be careful. Now, long leg. No bend, just long leg. And bring it back up to the front. Do our knee lifts. Marchy arms. And shake it out. Okay. So, we're going to go to the wall. And what I would like for you to do is 2 push-ups. And then you step back and you do 2 reverse lunges or 2 forward lunges, whatever you like. 1 on each leg, okay? That's your pattern. 2 push-ups, 2 lunges. So remember your first set of push-ups, you want to be stretching the back of your heels, arms, elbows down and in, and then you just step back into your lunge. If you need to hold on, you can. And that's what we're doing for the rest of the song, so go. 2 push-ups, and then 2 lunges. You get to do this on your own time, so that if you want to take a little more time with the push-ups, get a little deeper in there, you can. And then on your lunges, take the time. Take that beat to hold it, and then come up. And of course, challenge yourself on your push-ups to step back a little bit further every time, or to change your foot positioning, or to change your hand positioning. You can take your hands in closer. You can change your hands on your lunges. Go up high, go up low. You just want to keep your elbows to your side, so you're working into your back. And keep going. So this is your pattern that you're doing, and I like doing it this way because it gives you time to think about it. You know what you're doing. 2 push-ups, 2 lunges. No speed required. Just gently take yourself through all of this. Change it up as you need to. Good. Like I said, you can hold on and go low on your lunge. Get a stretch on your arm. On your push-up, you can let loop one foot over the other. And then go right into your lunge for 2. And do the same thing on the other side. Do 2 here. And then go right back into the back. So anything that you can think of, that's what you can do with this pattern. And if you don't want to do anything else, if you don't want to be super creative, then you just keep it simple. And you go for the duration. So it's endurance and creativity, as much as you want it to be or as little as you want it to be. That's 1. All right, we want to shake that out. Go ahead and grab your band. So I want you to take the band in your left hand. Put your left hand on your right hand. I'm sorry. Put your right hand on your chest. Put your left hand in and face towards me. We're going to just push and push. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, take your fist, your right hand, and put that over here towards your armpit. And we're going to push out at 45. Ready? 1, 2. So it's not straight out. 3. It's at 45. 4, 5, 6. So you can see it's at 45. 7 and not straight out. 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and let your arms drop for just a moment. Roll that shoulder. We're going to do one more in this position. Go here and take it straight out to the side. So I'm going to line up and I'm going to push straight towards the camera. I'm sideways and you're just going to push here for 10. Ready? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring that down. Shake this arm out because it did a lot of work. Roll the shoulder. And you're going to put the band in your left hand. Take it to your chest. Flip that right hand and push it straight forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your fist hand, your left hand, and put it right here at your armpit, and you're going to push out at 45. 10, 9, 8. I'll turn this way. This is better. 7, so it's not straight out. 6, at that angle. 5, 4, 3. Do the best you can. 2, 1. Hand down for a moment and roll. Back up, and you're going to push it straight down the line. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and roll your hands down. Go ahead and roll that shoulder. Shrug it out. Move your fingers on both hands. Okay. Open and close. All right. Get your weights for me. We're going to put these on the ground and do our hip hinges. If you need the chair in front of you or beside you for assistance, go ahead and use that. We're going to start by putting our toes upward on the weights. So on your weights, make sure you're on the flat part. Most weights they have a flat side on opposite sides. So make sure that's where it is. And you're not going to put your arch on the weight. You're going to put your toes on the weight. Roll your hips back. Be mindful of where your center of gravity is. It changes because you're got your toes up. And if you don't want to do this, take your feet off the weights. Feel your hamstrings. We're going to hang out here for 10, 9, 8, 7. That's stretchy. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come up to a very slight wiggle here. All right. I don't know about you guys, but it's been like 4 or 5 days since I stretched my hamstrings. Okay. Roll those hips back. Tuck the belly button towards the top of your thighs. Bend your knees a little bit more now. And find that happy place where you're right at the edge of that hamstring stretch. And we're just going to pulse there. Make sure you're keeping your head and neck at neutral. Belly button tucked in. Lumbars protected. So we're not going deep into this because this is our first hip hinge thing and we're starting off on one of the harder ones. So keep it gentle here, ladies and gentlemen. Unless you've already done a full workout routine this morning, you probably want to keep this gentle. Good. Nice pulse. Good breathing. Whenever it starts to get to you, you just simply stand up, take a breath, and come back down. And we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And we're going to roll it up, step off, and go right into your heel lifts for 8. And then your knee lifts for 8. Shake the legs out and walk to the front of your weights. It's easier to walk and back onto them than it is to step forward onto them, okay? So get right here, heel. Only as high as you want it to go, and make sure those weights are not rolling out from under you. You do not want your arches on the bar. Okay, your center of gravity is going to tilt you forward, so your butt has to go backwards. It has to go backwards. So you want to start by taking your butte backwards. Once you get to the hamstring part, you can bend your knees a little bit more to allow your center of gravity to kind of fold in like an accordion. Let's hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a half a breath up. And this pulse is going to be a lot longer, so we're just going to do our halfway up and down. It's more of a resting style pulse. You're just going to go up and down, gently into the hips, being mindful of your lumbar. Head and neck at neutral. Everybody finds one or the other of these harder than the other. And that's always cool because not everybody finds the same one. So it's about 50-50. Ooh, going slower is harder. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and stand up, step off. Go ahead and go right into your heel raises. And then once you get through with that, get your knee raises, and you're going to pick up the weights off the floor. Because we're going to need them. Make sure you do a good hip hinge to pick those guys up. Shake it out. Little hip hula. Make sure you're still good. All right. We're going to do pass-through lunges on this next round. The pass-through lunge is when you step forward into the lunge and step back into the lunge without putting your foot down in the middle. Thus, you are passing through the middle. All right. And we will alternate on every one. So you'll step forward, back, and home. Forward, back, and home. So if your right leg goes forward, your left arm curls. When your right leg goes back, your right arm curls. So depending on where it is, you want to be doing a curl on one of our arms. So we'll start with our left foot. So we're going to step forward in a lunge, step back in a lunge, and home. Forward in a lunge, back in a lunge, and home. And you know what? I don't care what arm you're curling with as long as every other arm curl is a curl. Good. So you want that pass through, the ability to bring your foot all the way through without taking that step. And you don't have to go big. You can do the smaller version. If you want to simply go here and then here, get the heels and posts set and do that, that is totally okay. As long as you're not putting your foot down in the middle, still considered a pass through. If you want more, you go longer and deeper. What I love about it, you get to choose what you're doing on this one. Now, if you want to do more and not have to mess with the weights, simply put your weights down and use the chair to allow you to do your movement. So it's a great way to modify. So if you want to just focus on your legs, take the arms completely out, you can totally do that. Now, am I going to say take the legs out and just do arms? No, because you can do this all day long. Chances of you doing lunges for no reason, very small. All right. So whatever pattern you're doing, good job, because it takes a little thinking to create your own pattern, especially when your feet change every single time. Now, I'm going to do double arms on this next one. So I'm going to just go double front, double back. So you're taking the patterning out of your arms, but not out of your legs. Your legs still doing the same pattern, which is forward, back, and home. And your arms are just curling every time now, just to give yourself that little extra arm work. Good. But if you don't want to do doubles, stay with your singles. And you can change your curl to any kind of curl you want to do. Hammer curl, regular curl, slightly 45 curl. So you're out a little bit, out to the side curl, but remember those are not big. They're halfways. This is our last one. Shake it out. All right. If you need balance assistance, pull your chair in front. We're going to be doing our toothbrush balance. So we're going to stand on our right foot. Make sure that your ankle is soft and your knee is slightly bent. If you want to mimic being in the bathroom, here's your sink. Okay, right foot. Left to kickstand. Here's your toothbrush. Right here. You're going to lift and brush. Now, I'm going to move my chair so I can see you. There we go. When you're in your bathroom, you have the vanity to lean against. That's great. You can totally do that. And I highly recommend every once in a while, practice standing on one foot while you're brushing your teeth. Now, whatever leg and whatever arm you're using, you're going to put those down and change it up. So, left foot, soft ankle, soft knee, kickstand that one. Bring your opposite hand up here, whoa, hey, and try to brush. Now, if you just switch to your non-dominant hand, it's going to be awkward. Own it. If you haven't taught your hand how to do this, I also recommend every once in a while, not necessarily standing on one foot, brushing with your opposite hand. It gives your teeth a different kind of clean because it's not having to push so hard. You know, your right hand knows what to do if you're right-handed. Your left hand knows what to do if you're left-handed. But your other hand has to think a little, you have to think a little differently. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now, we're going to go back to our right foot. Your dominant, most your dominant foot. Take your left foot to kickstand. Put the toothbrush in whatever hand you want. Okay. And bring, close the opposite eye. So whatever your right eye, close that eye. Now, bring your foot up to balance. Bring your toothbrush up to balance. And brush. And you're here where you can touch if you need to, and tap if you need to, okay? You notice you're a little bit more hesitant to make big moves. Turning your brush. But when you're in your bathroom, you can look at yourself in the mirror and focus. And that's the key thing to this, guys, is focusing on that one spot, not looking around. Let's switch it out. So once you open your eyes, blink a couple of times while you're moving your feet around. Turn your head, turn your head. All right, left leg for most of us, kickstand. You can stay with the same arm, but you have to close the left eye. So if your left leg, left eye, close it. And roll. There we go, nice. This one's not gonna be as long. Good. And we are done. Go ahead and put that down. Okay. Push your chair out of the way if you need to, side to side. All right, let's take our hands up. I want you to have a nice wide stance. Bend in the hips a little bit. Bend in the knees a little bit. Your chest and body's up and open. Bring your fingertips to your ears. So you're not holding your ears. So you have wide open palms, big open elbows. Nice posture here. And we're going to do our good morning abs. So you always go to one side, keeping your elbow towards your hip, and you take your time. This is not something you hurry with. The entirety of your upper body is kind of crunching over, and your arms are up. And if you want to take a beat into the whole, so you get here, you take a beat for the stretch, and you come back up. So you're going to use your core for that. You're not holding your breath. You're just holding some air in that section. And you can continue to breathe, inhale and exhale, but you can hold some air in that area. Now, in the mornings when you get up, right before you get off your bed even, you sit up and nice and tall. Give your body a few minutes to do this. You can do this one seated. Do 4 or 5, not 4 or 5. Do 4 or 6. You always want to be even, not odd. And then you can do a couple standing up to really wake yourself up. Good. Do one more. And I want you to go ahead and press your hands out to the wall so you can feel the pull of the muscles there. And we're just going to let our arms roll down, keeping that flex. And I want you to do one shoulder at a time, one shoulder at a time, one shoulder at a time. Release your hands. Okay, release your hips a little bit. And the other way. We're going to go back to that same thing, but we're going to go into the shoulder position. So your fingertips are touching the shoulder, so your elbows are low. And you're just going to tilt over. And you're actually going to be able to curl a little bit more because you don't have an arm up high in the air. So take that beat, take that time to kind of curl in as close to your hip with your elbow as you can. Be mindful of your spine and how it's behaving this morning. Good. Excellent job, you guys. This is also a good way if the overhead one really is not working for you, you can go to shoulders. This is the last one of these. We're going to bring our hands across into mummy position. Widen your stance. Now it's going to be the shoulder going towards the hip. And with every arm change, there's a bit of an ab change. So we're basically walking it down, which is totally fine. Good way for us to practice that rather than walking up. This is our last one. We're going to go ahead and get our chair and sit down. Sit down on the front edge of the chair, of course, because now's not the time to relax. Now's the time to do our abs and stretch. So seated, let's go back to where we were, and let's do 8 of these. 8, 7. Go ahead and widen your stance too. 6. By widening your stance, you're going to actually add stretch in here. 5. And every time you move, do your legs a little bit more. 4. 3, until you can't really move them anymore. 2. And 1. Let's come to upright position. Keep your legs where they are. Take your arms open and out. And we're going to go down. And we're going to hold this for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up and down here. And we'll hold this one for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Walk your feet back to 45. And we're going to just take this arm straight. And that back arm can grab the chair, but keep this one straight. Try to get your body as parallel to the wall as you can and hold that for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide your back arm down. Straighten your body up here. Turn this way. Grab the chair. Get parallel as you can. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide your back arm down. Come here, arms up. And notice as you lifted, you feel the stretch coming through here. Turn your palms. We're going to roll our hips forward, pushing the palms towards the computer, towards me, towards each other. You can high five right here at the base. And let your arms roll down, keeping your head and neck up. Stretching in here. Take a breath. And you're going to let yourself bob down. And then you're going to breathe it back up. And down one more time. And then come right on up into big open. Up. And down. I want you to rock on your chair. Oof. Rock those hips. Did a lot of stretch through here. And go ahead and give yourself a little turn. So get your arms here and just kind of give yourself that turn. Little nudge, push, nudge, push, nudge, push. Walk your feet in, heels and toes. Walk them out as far as they can go. And in. Ooh, it's raining now. Suddenly, I'm from Minnesota. And one more time. All right. One foot out with the toe up. Just lift that heel up for me. And down. Draw it back in. The other foot out with the toe up. Lift it up. Put it down. And draw it in. All right. A little bit more wiggling here. Hands. Flex your fingers. Open and close. And the other way. All right, you guys. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you had a good workout, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I will catch you on the flip side.